Right, something different on the road. Travelling to Geelong for the Vicbred for Haras to Trotteurs, and got the great man Michael Bellman chauffeuring me. Hi, Mickey.
Hello, Paulie.
Big night. Always fun when you get a bit of rain on the windscreen before a race or a race meeting. Never fun.
No, it's threatening, but when we look out to the right of us, it's not looking that great. But yeah,
it's not too bad over the Yangs over there. That doesn't look too bad at all. We could do a chat. He has a lot of alarms going off on this car about a lot of things. I actually just want to have a talk. You're in prostate cancer ambassador for the month of September. Something you have done a while ago and back doing it again now. Mean a bit to you?
Yeah, it does. There's when you get that bit later in life, probably a lot of things go wrong, and I drive for numerous people that have either had their partners or themselves going through it, so it's not a pleasant thing, but to get on board, if we can create a bit of awareness for it, it's any awareness is good awareness.
You rattled off a few names before, and I could probably match you actually with a few, and there's one bloke I know it's been having a real tough time. He's had other complications afterwards. Even a little post I put up the other day, I was alerted to a gentleman that actually had his prostate removed when he was 40 years of age. So we keep saying it's when we get older, closer to our age, or definitely my age anyway, but it does affect so many people, and so many people in a different way, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It's, well, yeah, as you said, it's not really an old man's disease anymore. I think of Fabian, he wasn't that old, he was in his 40s. And
he's younger than me.
Yeah, and his father died of it, and probably being a proper bloke, he just, nothing wrong with me, but left it too late to get checked, I suppose, and yeah, the outcome wasn't great, and so yeah, when you look at those sorts of things, if you think that there's something going on, or if something's not quite right, and the plumbing's not working, go and get it checked.
Yep, don't be scared. I had a blood test the other day. Doesn't hurt, and yeah, it's all over and done with pretty quickly. I don't get the results for a while, and hopefully they're okay. And if they're not, deal with them. But at least you got a bit of time. Going to the races tonight at Geelong, Friday night. Do you like the new calendar, knowing where you're going to be? Do you enjoy that part of it?
Yes and no. You know where you're going to be. Pretty much most Tuesdays I'm going to have off now, which doesn't sort of help you have a life either, because your friends are at work and whatnot. But I think it suits some people, but when you're just a freelancer, pretty much it's good to have that bit of variety. And a lot of people that you go to the races, they're actually your friends, so it's always great to see them and catch up with them. So it has its pros and cons.
I did an interview with Sharon Haney last night. She's doing it hard. You know, you've been driving winners for her, which is great. So well done for that. But you know, we all look at it in different lights. But I was just listening to her, and she's got so much going on in her life, and she can plan where she's going to be. She knows where she's going to be on a Thursday, or and the days she can have off. So it definitely affects so many people in such a different way, doesn't it?
Yeah, it certainly does. Like for someone like Shaz, it's good because she can plan around it, and I know Nathan Jack, he thinks it's great because he can plan his week a bit better. But I probably a little bit different for the likes of Beck East and those ones down south.
Yep.
That have a lot more trouble because they've got so much travel. I know it doesn't help Jackie Barker a lot because she's had to camp at Melton a fair bit lately because the running costs and everything are so high for her to get from A to B to C, and her best option is to just camp on a Friday night and stay with Eva and John, and they put her up a fair bit if she's not motelling it. So like I said, it's got its pros and cons for some people, and but at the end of the day, if the meeting's there and we want to drive, we have to be there.
Do you still enjoy the game, mate? You do the long hours. Do you still enjoy it?
Yeah, yes and no. I'd probably enjoy it more if there was a better living to be made out of it. Some days it feels like it's a grind. You're going for not a lot of reward, and at the end of it, unless you have a really good day, it's you're sort of struggling just to make ends meet a little bit. But we know what that is, and we could all easily walk away from it. But you see a lot of people leave and they soon come back into the industry because you got that freedom and of being your own boss and things like that, and the grass isn't always greener on the other side. So
I think a few people realise that once they step away.
Yeah, so like I love the people in the industry and I love the horses, and like look at us tonight, we're helping Beck out.
Yep.
Taking Centurion Dream down for her, but like I've got that freedom where I can do those sorts of things, and if I want to have a day off, I've got to take a day off, but I tend not to because people are good enough to put you on and put their faith into you. You're good enough to repay them.
Yeah, and then I think that's one of the things. You drive for so many small trainers, and that you and Sharon's one of those. Like she got a double that night at Shepparton. I think you drove the first. You didn't drive the last one, did you?
No, Sissy drove the second one.
Sissy white-handed you, didn't she?
The pressure was on Sissy, so she can eat that. So no, people like Shaz, like to see. Even her dad was there the other night, and I think everyone at Cranbourne heard him because he was that excited, and to see a fit, healthy bloke at 91 get so much enjoyment out of it. I think if I'm going that good at his age, I'll be laughing.
He woke everyone up when she got the double, and I think that last race was nearly 11 o'clock, so he's a wily old man without knowing. But I mean, they're the things we say about prize money and travel and things like that, but there are so many great enjoyments we do get out of the sport.
Yeah, you can't put a price on those things, and even the other week at Cranbourne, I didn't drive it, but Terry Sinclair, like he's got MS, and Andrew Littermore and Emma, like Andrew's in a wheelchair with MS, and the friendship that they build up just through the horses and that, like once you know those feel good stories, and to see them win another race, it's even though you're not part of it, it's still fantastic to see, be an onlooker and see that. Yeah, it's one of the cool things we have about the sport. I must say, if you're watching this before Geelong, it is going to be wet, unfortunately. You might have to ring Marie and get a jacket pulled up for me. Right, a bit more about Mickey Bellman. When he's sitting in the car and doesn't have someone just anoint him, we actually had to stop our conversation to do this interview. What do you listen to? Well, I do a lot lately. I do listen to Cody Winnell and Jay Bond. They've come on with a new podcast sort of thing, so I have been listening to a bit of that, as well as Spotify, and I'll listen to a lot of your interviews, which is great because you get to know people basically a little bit more outside the industry to just walking past them and saying, g'day, how you going, and keep moving. So I do like listening to all them, and they are very interesting. So yeah, that's probably me go-to.
No music?
Yeah, I'll listen to Spotify and have the tunes going.
What style?
Oh, anything, country, rock, whatever. So I'm a great singer when I'm in the car by myself. No one can hear me.
Favourite song to sing?
I'm sort of into a bit of Luke Combs, and I've sort of got a fair variety. I'm a fair Alan Jackson fan. I love Alan Jackson's songs and things like that. So got no particular artist, just like good music.
It's funny when you get old, isn't it? You never thought you'd listen to country music. Don't worry, most of those guys, I know that as well. So Fast Cars, Luke Combs, one of the better ones. What do you do when you're not driving and training horses? Like, what do you? I know you have a real love of fishing, but are you able to do that all the time?
Yeah, I've not long just bought a new boat, so I try and get Dad out a little bit to give him a bit of a break.
Saw a photo the other day with a big fish, and he was standing up. He shouldn't stand up, I don't think.
No, he gets a bit. That's why I bought the bigger boat, because he couldn't have stood up in the old one. He'd have been man overboard. But he's got a bit of room to move in the bigger boat, and he loves it, and it's good that we can get him out on the water. And I've got Luke Ralph and Dave Harmon that come fishing a fair bit with me as well, so I've got a good group that we can go camping and things like that, and my boys are starting to get really interested in it as well.
Lukey Ralph goes okay on a camera, doesn't he?
He does. He loves his black range photography, and
he helped me out too. Don't worry, I had to give him a plug. So
he does a good job with his photos.
He wanted to go to England. He reckoned he could carry me bags in England. I thought he'd be fine there. Your boys getting older. Unfortunately, I saw a photo the other. What are they? 15?
Harvey's 15. Yeah.
I saw that. They grow up too quick.
They do, and you try and be as much a part. I've been going every Sunday as much as I can to their footy, and they've made through the finals. Darcy got put out at the weekend, and 1 minute he's down because he was he was knocked out of his reserve side and then got the call up to play seniors, but hurt his wrist. Had it x-rayed on Sunday and he's unfortunately broke a bone in his wrist, so he's back out again. So that's the roller coaster of kids for you.
But they're so cool too, aren't they, kids?
Yeah, they are. My boys are at that great stage. Harvey's fast working and that at home, and he helps Rob McCartney out and Damien Burns and that as well. But I don't force him to do any of that. He's sort of got that, and his chooks. He loves his chooks, so he's involved with that. And the other
bit of James Herbertson about him.
Yeah, he's never going to be broke, that boy, that's for sure, because he's always thinking up ways of making money. So he's done good with all that. It was good the other week at home. There was him and Pop and myself, so the 3 generations there driving horses on the track together.
You should have given me a call. We should have put Lukey out there to get a photo of it. That must have been cool for you.
It was pretty good. Just a pity Mum's not well enough to be out there as well, because she'd be thriving on that and in her element out there working horses with him.
She'd be telling you what you're doing wrong, though.
Yeah, well, she'd probably take the pressure off me. She'd be telling Harvey, so I'd get a break for a change.
How is Mum?
Yeah, Mum's struggling. She's had her fair share of health issues of late, but Dad's doing a great job juggling, being my left and right hand man and taking care of Mum and doing all the stuff, and Karina behind the scenes doing all the medical stuff and that with her. But she's got a partial new hip put in after she broke it the other week, and she's back going, so she's perched up in front of the TV tonight, no doubt, being a steward and whatever else she's going to be, watching the races.
Keeping an eye on you.
Yeah, she's we're probably lucky that she isn't on the stewards panel, because there wouldn't be many of us left.
What if you're not fishing, not working horses, is there anything else you get into? Do you do anything else?
I love going and watching Essendon. It's the only bad habit I've got.
Do you know it's 20 years since they won a final the other day?
My theory on that is you can't lose a final if you don't make them, so we're better off not to make them than have our hearts broken even worse.
So that's sort of, you don't have a lot else outlets? You don't go bike riding or running? Or
No, I used to do a lot of cross country and that as a kid, but a bit older and done a knee, and the body doesn't let you do what you would like to do. But yeah, I like me fishing, and I like going camping, and I like going out in the bush and just cutting wood. So they're not everyone's cup of tea, but I find that's a good outlet for me. I just like going out. Again, Harmo or Luke come with me, and we get out and take a couple of beers and a few snags, and cut a couple of trail loads of wood, and it's a day out. So
listen to a bit of Luke Coombs.
Yeah. Or we have the radio going. Well, you can't hear much when the chainsaws are going, but that's my outlet. Or there's always something to do around home, so we don't get a lot of downtime.
Your home bod, mate, do you want to, is travel something you'd like to do?
I'd love to travel, but the bank account says that you can't, and when you've got kids and stuff like that, you sort of put your focus, and I'm sort of been setting up my own property for a fair while now, because the developers are lurking at Mum and Dad's place, so it's only a matter of time before they bounce the ball high enough and we have to find somewhere else, if I'm not going to stand in the way of Mum and Dad selling their place. So
yep.
I've got a house and 20 acres there and 900 metre track, and just built a big barn, so some days I wonder whether I should fit it out and do all the things with it. But once it's in your blood, it's hard to get it out.
Some people wouldn't have been to Geelong for a long time, especially down this road. I just thought I'd show them. When did that go up? Just ridiculous developments, aren't they?
It's unreal. It just goes up overnight.
Got a goal?
Got a goal. Try and get that Group 1 that keeps eluding me. That's the focus at the moment. Try and tick that off, and I think Dad tells me all the time I'm not far off me 2000th winner, so that's probably get that out of the road. And I don't really set any real goals. I feel like I've been lucky enough to make a career out of it for so long now and do what I like doing. So plenty of people go to work every day and don't enjoy their jobs, and I'm lucky that I've got variety and I'm surrounded by good people.
You also brighten up race meetings too, mate, when you get there, so don't worry about that. Either with that stupid laugh of yours, or you'll be cracking a joke anyway.
Yeah, I send a bring out the worst in some people. I had Mark Thompson G'd up last night, so that's one of my favourite things to do, is stir blokes like him up, because it doesn't take much, and then that's onsets Jason Fino and everyone around you. So I'm a good influence on some people, and I reckon I'm good for Mark's anger management too.
I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I don't think he'd do one of these. We could have done a karaoke carpool if you wanted one day, but I don't think we'll do that either. I think we'll keep it clean. Mate, well done. What you're doing, prostate cancer awareness. I was having a chat with Kezzy the other day, and she said about twilight of her career. I don't think any of us want to think we're getting that old, but I think well done for you for getting there. And Greg Sugars as well, clocking up the Ks. Make sure if you want to get involved in it, the link will be in this post. You can either get involved. I'm 52 and I'm running. I'm regretting it. Tried to run 6 goes today, and it's hard yakka.
We could finish the interview by me letting you out here, and I'll just follow you to the track and
I'm in dress shoes.
Video you.
In dress shoes. We're too far away. We're at Alcoa. We've got a little while to go, because we've got to continue this conversation when I hit the red button. But it's all good. No, well done. And yeah, please give to the prostate cancer as well. Hopefully the audio worked on this. Something different. Tried something different. But might have to go to the trots more often with some people and have just a random chat. Mickey, thanks, man.
Thank you. Good on you.